I'm just checking my volume is right up, which it is. I am making the mini apple crumble cakes. And part of it, I actually have to have some pre-sliced apples. So I have peeled and cored my apples, but I'm going to use the cutter to show you how quick it is to slice. All right, so I'm actually going to get out of this recipe, cancel the recipe, and I'm going to pop the cutter in place. So I need the drive shaft in here. It sits wobbly that way, it sits well that way. Okay, so that's sitting in there. My catching basket. Then I want my apples sliced. So I need to have this side up because that's side one, which is the slicing side. I have 400 grams of apples. Here they are. Get onto them. And I'm going to swipe and I'm going to come to slicing on here. I'm going to load up my apples and I'm going to slice them. All right, I'm going thick. Now, I didn't time that, but it's taken an awful lot longer to actually slice them all by hand. So let's have a look. Here we are, 400 grams of apples all sliced. Pop them in this bowl. There we go. And my mixing bowl is still nice and clean. So that's done. Apples are sliced. Gotta love the cutter. If you don't have a cutter, it's a host reward until the end of the year in Australia. Now, most important thing, take the drive shaft out. Now, into my week. Doing a demo tonight. We're making herb and garlic dip. We're doing bread rolls and the creamy coconut chicken curry and cauliflower rice. But I am making mini apple crumble cakes. So preheat the oven. That's happening. I've done the side. Well, I actually haven't lined the sides because I've already given them a really good grease and mixed all the butter on there. I've lined them. 100 grams. It says blanched almonds. I never have blanched almonds, so it's ground almonds going in. Apple on the screen. 8 seconds, speed 10. Then I've got 100 grams of plain flour. This is actually gluten-free because that's really what we have in the house. Oh, you can't see it was 100 grams because I forgot to pair. Anyway, here we go. 100 grams of unsalted butter, chilled. That's why I just disappeared for a minute. Get that from the fridge. And 60 grams of sugar. There we are. A little bit under. Just going to scrape down the sides with the almond meal. Awesome. Okay. It says turbo 3 times. It'll actually be 3 seconds. Remembering with turbo, until you get out of the mode, it won't actually release the lid. There we go. It's crumbly. So transfer to a bowl. There's my crumble going into the bowl. Right. Then place the bowl on top of the mixing bowl lid, weigh in your 400 grams of granny smith. So we know that they are done. 40 grams of freshly squeezed lemon juice coming up. A bit more, a bit left over for me to have a little drink. And 80 grams of white sugar. I've gone slightly under on the sugar. There we go. All right, so that's all done. That's just going to sit there for a minute or two. Next, oh, mix then set aside, sorry. Mix. Then 150 grams of white sugar. I've gone slightly under on this as well. We always have too much sugar in these recipes. 150 of unsalted butter cut into pieces. That's that. 3 eggs in here. Popping the MC in here. 30 seconds, speed 4. Oops, bounce back. I love it when you can tidy up whilst this is doing something for you. So it's such a time saver. All right. There we go. It says scrape down the side, but actually don't need scraping down. 150 grams of self-raising flour. This is, again, gluten-free. Here we go. 20 seconds, speed 4. And it says divide between the prepared tins. Now, my tins are a motley crew, okay, because I had these before they came out in the mix shop, but you can actually get 4 of these from the mix shop. Really good rose gold tins. I have 2 rose gold ones, which I actually got from somewhere else before they arrived in the mix shop. This one and that one. But it's asking me to just divide this equally between the 4 of them. I'm actually just going to scrape down the sides, make sure that's all combined in there. Okay. Now what I could do is this. So I might weigh these. Hang on. Let's go. So I can get my scales up. Oh, sorry. Get my scales up here. Right. You are 98, pretty much 100. You are 99. That's interesting, but they're the same brand. You're 117, so that's extra 20. And you're about the same. Okay, so this one is a little bit heavier. So let's see how much mixture I've got on the bowl. How about this for science? All right. So I'll put that on there. This out. Put in the one with the mixture in it. 550 grams of mixture, pretty much. Divided by 4. That's not very helpful, is it? So that's 125, 130, pretty much 140. So let's put this on here. You know what? I'm going to go conservative. I'm going to put that in there. So that's about 130. I'm going to put this in here. I can always add a bit more. Oops, that's okay. I mean, this is so we'll tear that. We'll want roughly 130 in there, and then we're going to always add some more in there too. 30. Oops. Sorry, it's taken a little while doing this. All right, so that looks a bit under. It's 102, but we're going to turbo this to get the rest off. So I'm going to come out of there. And I reckon by the time I scrape this out, this one will be good too. So let's just get everything out of there. And I'm going to just flatten this layer in here. Okay. Didn't even me worry about. I mean, just needed to divide the amount of mixture. Didn't really need to weigh these because I could tear the scales to zero every time. So there we go. Okay, all right. And then I'm going to put the apple in. This one looks like an awful lot of apple. Get lots in this one because it's such a tall one. Get my excess apple in there. Or in this one. And top the cake with cake. Top the cake mixture with the apple and any juices. Actually, it's brought out a lot of juice. That the sugar and the oh, of course, it's the lemon juice in. Silly me. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pour. This one's actually very full. Pour a bit of lemon juicy stuff over there, over there, over there, a little bit over there. There we go. Very quickly wash my hands. And just seen the time. Got a really was. And any scatter with the reserve crumble. Got a demo on tonight, so just doing this. I want this for tomorrow. And there's so much crumble, interestingly enough. So yeah. I've had these, I've made the big cake before, but the little ones are always good because you can give them away and so you can see these. So these are actually very full. What I could do is maybe a bit of crumble, and we could have a crumble as well because it's not all going to fit in, is it? Do that one in there, that there. Okay, doke. So they are now going in the oven for 45 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. And I'm going to put that on here in my timer. Put it on for 40, 42. There we go. And I will keep an eye on those and I will take a picture when I'm finished.